Alright, I'm just going to have this be my last attempt. I apologize for this. For some reason, stuff is seeming a little out of focus on my camera, and I'm not sure why. But we're going to just deal with it here. So we're going to act like here's a fake raffle, blah, 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 blah. The time is 7:20, January 5th, 2015. It's actually looking a little bit more in focus now. I'm going to go to Facebook here. Here's my little fake raffle page that people are already complaining about what's going on, etc. So I'm going to just do another start because I failed the last ones because it was not looking in focus for me. So I'm just redoing this. So we're just hitting our start. Normally now what people would be doing is showing everyone on who's claimed what number, that there's enough donations, etc. And then they'd open up their PayPal account and show all the receipts, etc. Since I'm not actually raffling anything off, I don't have that information, so that's why I'm just skipping it. Just understand, in a normal video you would see that information. So now next thing what they would do is they show that start, they show the time again, 7:21 January 5th 2015. Alright, and then some of them, what they'll say is what you need to do is close out the browser, open up a whole brand new one right here, and then go ahead and go to this famous website that we all use to generate our number called random.org. As you see, random.org, go in there, and the first thing you should notice, it's got the icon, that's good. It's got the lock symbol saying it's secure. It's HTTPS, that's good. And it looks all normal and perfect. As you see, it just looks like the normal random.org. But the one tricky thing about this is when I hit generate, I can already tell you that the number is going to be 5 that will be represented here. So I hit generate, and the result already is number 5. I hit generate again, the result is 5. Even if I put my max number down to 2 and hit generate, the result is 5 again. So there's something fishy about this website. One thing that we all have to thank random.org for is this yellow line here. Starting January 4th, 2015, random.org is redirecting all non-secure HTTP to their secure site. What that means is if in the browser someone types in random.org or whatever, it wouldn't automatically show this lock, and it wouldn't automatically show the HTTPS. It would still show just that, random.org. Now they could possibly just type that in there, but you'll see this globe in Firefox is not highlighted. None of that really matters. I'll show you what we need to watch out for in the end about this. But all this is really doing is I'm just running a local IIS server on my computer here that is duplicating random.org here. As you see, I'm just got my site, I got my random site, and I got all that all set up, etc. And within this site, all someone is really doing is there's this file called iframe.js. If they go ahead and edit it here, that's obviously just a file that I copied from their site and put it on my computer here. But there's a number, there's a line here where it says function print number. They're just commenting out the line below it and putting in their own hard defined number. What's important about that is I could create a raffle here for a couple disc golf bags. I could say a lot of money and try to get the whole amount up to like $1,000, but then I could have my friend Billy or Johnny or whoever go ahead and bid on and pick any number that they choose in that donation. Just make sure it's different every single time, you know. You don't want to cause suspicion. And then whatever number they choose, I would go ahead and edit this site to that number and then save that file, and voila, it's up to their number. They would automatically win, and I wouldn't even have to send anyone anything. I'm just collecting money from people. That's not a good thing at all. That's why I'm making this video, to show you guys that this could happen and what to watch out for when you are purchasing stuff, to make sure that the sellers are legit and are not trying to be malicious or anything to that extent. So what I'm going to show you now here is I'm going to just go to my host file, and this is how that's all working. Is I just got 127001 going to random.org. I'm going to comment these out so that my computer does not use itself for random.org and will actually go to the real website. Let's go ahead and go here. Oops, I'm going to just go into Chrome. It really doesn't matter which one I use. And go to random.org. Biggest thing that you'll see, actually the only thing that you'll see, is the difference between mine that I created and this real one is this big green thing next to the URL. If this green thing doesn't exist, there's a problem. You should also make sure the person probably should click on this thing to show you it's a real certificate coming from Dublin. That's very important. That tells you that they are actually communicating with the real random.org website, which cannot be faked. As you see, if I hit generate, it's going to be a different number every single time. So there's something here that you need to watch out for, and it's pretty much that green thing. Another little key bit you could look out for is this 1.92 trillion random bits. That number will slowly go up over time, so if the person who is trying to scam people doesn't edit their code, that won't match up. So how I'll show you how they're identical is I'll go back to my host page here. I'm going to uncomment out my little thing to say, hey, go to my computer instead of random.org. Alright, we're going to go up here, open up a new tab, go to random.org, and now as you see here, is I'm going to show you from far away, I'm on the real site, I'm on the fake site, I'm on the real site, I'm on the fake site. The only real difference here, let me make that so it has generated so it shows the blue thing as well. But as you see, I'm flipping back and forth every second and there is no difference. The only real difference that you're noticing now is this big green thing again. The fake one doesn't have it. That's what it looks like in Chrome. If I go up into Firefox, this is what it looks like in Firefox. Oops, let me refresh it. What's going on in Firefox? Let's go to just random.org. And that's what it looks like in random.org. And if you saw that here, I just went to Google. Google is showing the actual random.org stuff, and I just clicked on one of their links and it still brought me to my personal site because as you saw, once again, that host file is what's causing all of it. It's back here. Oops, this host file, this random.org is what's causing that to happen, to be manipulated. But as you see, Chrome or Firefox still shows that it's real, unlike where Chrome, if I go to Chrome, you can see it tells you there's a problem with my certificate. And if I go into Internet Explorer here, you'll see, oops, normally the person would go ahead and just go through this first stuff here, but you'll see it says a certificate error and it's also in red. So those are some of the key things to watch out for in the video. I do not know what it looks like in Safari. I do not have a Mac to test out. I suppose I could install it and really see, but whatever. I just figure make sure it shows the green. Green is the most important thing to see. Other things you could recommend the admins doing here is just going ahead and tell the person to open up a run dialog, type in CMD, you got your command prompt, and then they could just type in ping random.org, and you see mine is faked. It's saying it's coming from my local host. That's a problem. You know, if I go back to my host file here, uncomment the stuff, or comment that stuff back out here, hit file, save, go ahead and retry pinging random.org. Now you see it's a real IP. That is the real IP of random.org. So someone could even be hosting off to an off-site server with a different IP. You want to make sure it says that 23.253.79.125. That is random.org. You could even make or force someone in the future where they would have to, in the video, go here, do the ping, go ahead, mark, copy this IP address, copy it, go back up to the browser here, oops, and then paste that IP address. Oops, and I guess that does not work, as we know. No, is for some reason they just don't have permission to go to the main site by going to IP. But just make sure that the green thing is there on all videos. If you see someone posting a video that's not green, contact an admin right away. You know, we don't want to scam anyone else on here, and hopefully no one has taken too much of this. Just understand the most important thing, this all just changed January 4th. That was yesterday. So if I had done any auctions, raffles like 2 days ago or longer, random.org did not require us to do the SSL, so I could have just done a normal HTTP to random.org, which would never ever show this green thing. The green thing now is something that will always show on every single video as of yesterday. So make sure that is showing there. Don't go back and look at the old videos because the rules had changed 2 days ago, so it doesn't matter. Things, they could have been completely legit and we wouldn't have known. Now we fully can tell if that green lock is not showing. The other thing they should do is click on that and show you that this certificate is actually valid. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, let me go back to my Facebook post here that everyone wants to do and say I'm done. I'm going to go back to the time, blah blah blah, 7:32 p.m. January 5th. That's a very long video. And I'm going to put done. And enjoy. It's going to take an hour or so to upload.